This is Andi for Boxing Social in association with Betfred, and I'm delighted to be joined by the giant Shakan Peters once again. Shakan, how are you doing?
I'm good, mate. What are you saying?
I'm good, mate. Obviously, good to hear you're doing well here in Birmingham once again. Good to catch up. Finally, you got the fight announced once again. Chad Sugden. How does it feel to have a date to work towards?
Yeah, it's good. It's good to have a date to work towards. Obviously, fingers crossed there ain't no second wave in this COVID, crisis. But it's good to have a date, and it's good to be back focused. Which not that I weren't focused anyway, but back on my training and obviously, feeling the buzz of the gym with the lads here.
Just break it down for me, like how exactly the dates and the negotiations were worked out once again. On the back of obviously you had the previous date in March until now. How's this period kind of worked out?
Obviously I've just been doing what I could do. I was training a lot at home, doing my basic things like running and other work, just working on myself and that. But training's been going good for myself. I've got no excuses, we're flying away. Now obviously to have this date finally announced, we had a feeling probably it may have been like in August or something, but we was always ticking over, for a potential date in July, August, whenever it may be. And to have a date now, it's good to have something to work towards.
Who do you think the extra time would have benefited more, yourself or Chad?
I don't focus on that, I'm not. For me, I know what I've been doing. I don't watch what Chad's doing in his gym. So only they can answer that. I know for me, it really doesn't matter because, we was training away good anyway. So it's all good for me. For me now, it kind of feels like, damn, it's far away, but I know it come quick. But I'm good. I'm in good shape, good condition, everything.
Obviously, with more time to kind of think about the fight and prepare for it, has it changed your plans at all as to how you want to approach it?
Nah, for me it's just the same thing what I was doing. My intensity in training is one mind, just win. That's all I know. I've not had no, losses on my record, no draws or anything. All I know is to win, and all I'm going to continue doing is to win. So my mentality is a straight winning mentality. I always, obviously, of course, you sit around, you think about how you want to win, how you're going to win, and so on. But I know what I'm capable of. I know the variation I got in my game. I know what kind of fight I am, and like I said, I'll come in each fight at my best. It doesn't matter who it is. I'm going to approach it and take it seriously as my best.
Talk to me about the fight then, Shakan, and how exactly you're expecting it to play out?
I just win. Whether it's 12 rounds or less, I win. Fact. And this fight for me, I'm gonna, I've got to make a statement. I've got to let a lot of people in the light heavyweight division know that, I'm worthy. I am a worthy champion, because there's winning, or struggle. I ain't trying to struggle. I'm trying to win this big. So, to send out a message to everyone in the light heavyweight division.
Who do you feel there's more pressure on going into the bout?
I only can answer that on me. There's no pressure for me. I just do what I do, and I know how I come into the bout trained. Again, I don't know what's going on with their camp. Only they know if they've got any pressures, if they ain't got any pressures. Probably hasn't. Probably he's just going to come and enjoy the moment. For me, I've been on, televised stages. I don't know, he's probably done it in kickboxing or so on, but this is a different game. I've been on these kind of stages and fought in front of a crowd, fought without a crowd, I've fought already on Channel 5 or Spike 5 and things like that. So I don't think it affect him. It definitely ain't going to affect me. But I've been there, So I know what I'm doing. I know how to operate along that. There's no pressure for me at all.
Obviously, provided you're victorious, you'll pick up that British title. Where do you think your career would go on the back of that victory, on the back of being able to pick it up?
Again, all I could do is focus on that on August the 22nd. I never look ahead at anything. I've got to win it first before I can think about moving anything forward or any other fights or where it may be. I'm not concentrating on anything, but August 22nd, I've got to do the job, win the bout, and then we could go from there and think about other things from there. I can't look ahead at Chad or anyone.
Obviously, your campmate Sam's preparing for his own bout, but before we do come on to him, what's your understanding of your own kind of fight week preparations in comparison to what Sam will be doing with Matchroom? What have you been told as to how fight week will play out with the Hennessy show?
What, as in media? Or?
Just the entire week, we have to self-isolate for the week before, you have to head up? Or?
No, I don't know anything about that. I'm sure my manager John Pegg or my coach Paul Cunham will know more in regards to that. I just focus on the fighting side of things. I know that for me, coming up towards that week, it's a very important week to ensure that my training is solid, we're focused, You know, so I only focus on what I can control, and that's my training. If I start thinking about anything else, the weather, what I'm eating, or anything like that, then it's out of my control in a way. So I'm only going to focus on what I can focus on, which is my training, coming in solid, coming at my best, and getting the victory.
Obviously, we know the original bout was going to be held in Coventry. Do you know where the current bout will be? Obviously, I know it's still going to be behind closed doors, but is there any difference in location?
I'm not too sure. I know John has mentioned the location. Well, I'm not too sure. I've not, again, you know, I'll let him handle that. It don't matter where it is for me. It could be in their gym, you know. As long as we're in a ring, I'm not bothered. I'll get the win, and I'm going to get the win. I'm going to look impressive on the night when I get the win, for sure.
Shakan, just a quick word as well on your campmate, Sam Eggington, as we briefly touched on there. He's getting ready for Cheeseman. How's Sam been looking in the gym?
Sam's looking really sharp, you know what I mean? Sam's a solid fighter anyway. He's looking really sharp on the pads, sparring in his, he's sparring good rounds, loads of variation in it. So he's sparring the likes of Casey Benjamin, who's an awkward, tough operator himself. Many people obviously even now avoiding Casey in a way. So he's been, you know, having good spars with him, and obviously up Manchester as well, with other fighters and so on, so you already know. So like with other fighters, so yeah, he's doing good, man. He's looking really sharp, and I believe he wins that.
Talk to me about that fight with Ted. A lot of people just expect them to kind of come together in the ring and just to go at it for as long as the fight lasts. Is that how you expect the fight to play out, or would you see something different in Sam?
They're working on a lot of things in the gym. Let's just say that. They are working on a lot of things. Sam's a sharp fighter, man. Ted's good as well. I've heard of Ted from the amateur scene and so on. But if you're asking me, man, Sam's a very aggressive fighter. And I think, you know, over a 12 round or 10 round, however many rounds they're doing, Sam does thrive off them moments, you know what I mean, off them rounds. But it'd be a good fight. I do believe it's one that Sam will win, but it'd be a really good fight.
Just final thing, Shaq, you just mentioned sparring a couple of questions ago. What have you been doing sparring-wise? How have you found?
Yeah, my sparring's been alright. You know, I've been getting good rounds with the likes of Steed Woodall. He was I believe a 4 or 5 time national champion. He's had many fights abroad in America. Steed Woodall was definitely one to watch. You know, he's gonna rocket through the scene himself. I believe he's under the Frank Warren roster now, whether they've announced it or not. But Steed's a very talented fighter, very good fighter. He's had numerous, you know, solid, come forward fighter, good boxer as well. So it's been good, man. We're getting the rounds in, and that's what I'm doing, is focus on what I'm doing. We focus on what Shakan's doing in here, and that's it, nothing else. I don't focus on what anyone else is doing but me, my training.
Well, Shaq, we'll leave that there now. We'll leave you to kind of go off and get your food, as you said, to find it eager to eat.
Get my food.
It's been a pleasure to catch up with you. Thank you for speaking to Boxing Social.
Respect, man. Safe.